All right, everyone, so let's talk about containers. If you are thinking about becoming a floral designer, or if you just like to create beautiful floral arrangements, you need to know what kind of container is best for what design. I have a selection of beautiful containers here that I want to talk to you about. I'm gonna start over on this side with our paper mache containers. Now, these are specifically for fresh flowers. These are made out of a specific paper mache that is all bonded together, kind of like they break it down and then they mold it and they let it sit till it becomes really stiff. Now, this is perfect for flower arrangements. You put your wet floral foam. If you want to know anything about what kind of floral foam you need, be sure to check out our floral foam video, and let me tell you, I told you everything I know about floral foam for floral design. But anyways, you fill it up with your floral foam, you tape it with your tape, and then you make your beautiful large floral arrangement, then you drop it on an urn. So that's why this is very convenient. This is perfect for funeral work, for big urns on a wedding. And we used to decorate a cathedral, which we used to do all of the work in paper mache. Then we'll go ahead and drop it on the urns at the church. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was one of my favorite things to do. Now, it comes in different varieties, as you guys can see, of colors and sizes. There is a smaller one right here. I got this for a little urn, so we are gonna go ahead and do some florals with these guys and this floral design for beginners. Guys, so now I am in the aisle of the containers, and this is what they call paper mache containers. I'm going to share how to do something with this, but they come in the green, then also in the white, in a variety of sizes, as you can see right here. They're super affordable. They're only $3.25, and like I tell you, they come in different sizes. These are to pre-make arrangements, and they have a great variety here. There is also different shapes and sizes. As you guys can see, this is more like a bowl size, and this right here is for funeral work. It has this shape right here that it's more like a urn, and this is also made out of paper mache. Right here they have another variety, which is this brown riveted one, which is more like a design, and this right here is perfect if you're going to do some sort of church work with florals. All right, so our next one that I want to talk to you about is the famous and infamous Lumidesh. This particular container right here, as you guys can see, is just a plastic container where you put your wet floral foam. This also can be used for centerpieces, for large arrangements, and then you tape it together, and then you use it to put on top of your container. Like, let's say right here, actually, let me use this one right here. We can go ahead and do a centerpiece and let me use this one right here. You can make your big centerpiece right here and then drop your lomi dish, and then that way you have a taller arrangement. This particular dish comes in a variety of colors. As you guys can see, we have the clear, the white, and the black right here. And then also it comes in a variety of sizes. This is such a florist tool, you have to know, because it really does make it easy for you to work. Like I said, you can just make your centerpiece and then drop that dish into your container, and then you have a beautiful arrangement, which I'm gonna be talking to you about all of that when we get to do all of the floral designs that I have prepared for you guys, so be sure to stay tuned. All right, so now let's talk about fresh flowers. That's going to be our vessels, and I also love a glass container. I have a collection, you guys, from a cylinder one to a very odd shape one that is just made out of glass. I love to see the water and the stems of the flowers. I think there's nothing more elegant than fresh flowers in water, when you can actually see the stems, and those stems really absorbing the water. You can see when to change the water. So a beautiful container. I try to stay away from just your basic cylinders, and I like to try to do something with a shape to it, so that way it catches the light. When the water's in it and it catches the light, it just glistens so beautiful. So be sure to get a variety of clear containers for your fresh flowers. We've actually done some here real quick. We've actually done some silk arrangements where actually I have done the foam and then I put moss around there to cover those stems. As you guys can see, here's the foam right here, and then we cover it with moss. and that way it is covered. But I personally like a clear container made out of glass for gorgeous fresh flower arrangements. All right, so now we're gonna talk about this collection right here. This is perfect for wedding work, you guys. Look how absolutely beautiful this faceted gold, and it catches the light any way you move it. I just absolutely love it. Now, when you're doing a wedding, keep in mind that not all containers have to be the same as long as they have a connection to one another. I chose this beautiful gold faceted one, and then I picked this white one right here that has the gold on the bottom, and to accent that I picked this tall one that we're going to do an arrangement. And so this is going to be our trio of centerpieces. I'm gonna move this guy right here, and then I'm gonna put this one right here. So as you guys can see, this creates a moment, and I cannot wait to do the flowers on these containers for you guys to see what I have in my mind. You guys, I just want to share with you real quick. I'm here at Hobby Lobby, and they have a great selection of containers. You know that I'm obsessed with blue and white, and look how pretty those are. But the selection is really big. I also love these terracotta ones, and this particular one is, I think, so pretty. It will look so beautiful with some fall foliages and florals. But I just want to share real quick with you all the beautiful selection the Hobby Lobby. Look at that right there. Isn't that amazing? And these particular ones that are very trendy right now, it is just perfect. So don't forget to check your local craft stores for containers. As you guys can see, it is a lot of them. All right, so now one of my favorite containers to work with is this beautiful Sasser style container. It's made out of a pewter, and I just absolutely love it with fresh flowers, with silk flowers for spring, for Christmas, for fall, with something just absolutely gorgeous. At one point I did a beautiful arch arrangement. I'm gonna put a picture right here so you guys can see what's absolutely massive. You can put some rock on the bottom, then put your foam and tape it with a clear tape so you don't see that tape, and then you start really constructing your beautiful floral arrangement. This also is beautiful for a long and low centerpiece that I'm going to be teaching you how to make. It just elevates the look of your floral design, and who can go wrong with silver, right? If you know me, you know that I also love silver, and of course blue and white. And right here in the back, as you guys can see, I have a collection of blue and white containers that I personally think that go well with any color of flowers. A blue and white container, you guys, is like a black little dress. You can put anything with it. So if you just collect a collection of blue and white chinoiserie inspired containers, you're always going to be able to have a really well pull look together for your client or for your home if you are willing to do florals for your home. So let's recap real quick. Remember the paper mache to drop in our containers, the clear glass to be able to see the stems, the loamy dish in order to make centerpieces and to just go ahead and drop them. And then you have the collections. You can arrange your beautiful collection as long as they have something in common, which in this case is the gold. You're gonna have a gorgeous collection. And then of course the long and low beautiful silver piece and our blue and white. Those are my favorite containers to work with. Of course, when we're talking about containers, the sky is the limit. You can find them all the way from Walmart to Hobby Lobby to Lowe's to anywhere where flowers are sold. And every time that I send somebody flowers, if it is a good container, I will just tell them, hey, save that container for me, because I love having containers to create beautiful floral arrangements. What is your favorite container?